Hi, folks. Wanted to share some life and ministry with you for stuff that's happening around Trinity United Church in Prince George, British Columbia for the week starting January 31st, 2021. First piece is that this evening, today, January 31st at 7 p.m., is our next queer worship experience. It's an opportunity to come together in space that is safer for everyone, to enter into a journey into the very heart of what it means to walk in the way of the Christ. Join us this evening at 7 p.m. online on our websites and social platforms. The next Inquiries session, Part 5, is coming up on February the 7th. More information will be coming out in the next week or so. Chance to register and be part of that next event. As part of our ongoing outreach ministries, particularly our soup kitchen at St. Vincent's, we're doing warm hands and warm hearts. If you have some new or gently used gloves or mitts that you'd want to be able to drop off at the church, you can do that next Sunday during the service and until 12 noon. We need to make sure those items sit for a few days before we can take them downtown. So the deadline is February 10th to have them dropped off at the church office. That'll give them time to sit and make sure they're sterile as best we can. Speaking of next Sunday, February the 7th, it's also the ACE food cupboard. So if you have some food items that you'd like to drop off at the church on that day between 10 and noon, there'll be a contactless drop-off at the front door, along with a contactless drop-off for the warm hands and hearts. Any kind of non-perishable food item is collected. The more diversity of things like protein, the better. Our annual congregational meeting is going to happen on February the 21st, following worship online, for sure, maybe with some in person. It all depends on what happens with health authority regulations. Plan on joining us for that special meeting where we look back over 2020, we pass the budget for 2021, the portions that haven't already been passed, when we talk about where we want to be going in 2021 and look at becoming an affirming ministry accredited with Affirm United within the United Church of Canada. Can't join us online via Zoom. That's going to be okay. There will be ways to dial in and just use your phone for those that can't join us online. As mentioned about health authority restrictions, we continue to not be providing any in-person worship experiences. That's going to continue until at least Sunday, February the 14th. If any rules change next week, we'll be able to have in-person worship again on the 14th of February. Otherwise, we'll continue to abide by the restrictions provided by the Northern Health Authority. Annual reports. If you're one of those folks that lead a team or chair a committee, you normally write up something about what we did during the previous year. The deadline for those submissions is tomorrow, February 1st, to give Erica time to collate them and put them all together and do the formatting and the proofing that's required before we publish it. One of the things we're asking this year is that if you're writing an annual report, please think about the core values that we have as a community and the priorities that the board set for 2020. Now, some of those, in all fairness, went out the window when the pandemic started. But think about writing your report from that point of view. How did your group help us live out our core value or values as an expression of ministry in the last 12 months? The Regional Affirming Committee is offering a book study for Lent. You can find more information on the Pacific Mountain Regional Council website. It's based on the book Queer Virtue. One of the neat things about this book study is we're going to spend some time with the author before the study starts and after we're done the study. She's also going to offer a youth event as part of it. It's 5 weeks long, led by people from British Columbia and southern Alberta, who are part of the affirming ministry processes for those two regions. And we hope that that's something that will interest you and you'll take some time to join us. You can order the book online. There's some other things that are coming up that we want to make sure you know about in advance. More information is going to come out soon. The first one is around Messy Church at Home. This one is focusing around Lent and Easter. It's going to happen on Shrove Tuesday, February the 16th. At least that's when it's going to be live. This one has an interesting take on pancakes. We're going to cook them and have them judged and see who is the better pancake chef, Susie or myself. Join us to see how that all plays out, along with some crafts and activities and other fun things as part of Shrove Tuesday as we begin the season of Lent. We're also putting together Lent and Easter at home packages. You'll be receiving those in the coming weeks, hopefully in time to start before the first Sunday in Lent. There's a whole bunch of stuff in there, some aids to help us engage in the reflective practice of Lent, some stuff for children and youth, some activities to take part in. It's one of the ways we're going to distribute the annual receipts this year. Whole bunch of stuff all coming your way as part of Lent and Easter at home. Another piece we're working on to give you advance notice of is a worship experience that we're calling 1 year later. It's going to happen on the 14th of March. What happens when you've been in a global pandemic for a year? It's a chance to acknowledge everything that's happened to us as a community in the last 12 months, as well as look forward with hope. It's a service of shade and light, holding those two pieces in tension with one another. Well, those are all of the pieces of our life and ministry together that I want to share with you and highlight this week. Stay tuned to our website and socials for more information. Join us for worship on Sunday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, online through our websites and our various socials. We hope to see you there.